King Gamer here, and since it is that time of day, which is May 2nd, the Baizhu banner is out. And well, I am going to be trying to pull for him, but if I do pull kaveh, I might back out of this banner. So this is a maybe, if I get Baizhu or not. But Baizhu is really good without his weapon, so I don't really need a pull on the weapon banner for Baizhu. But I do need kaveh though, so we might keep summoning until I get kaveh. Maybe I might get Baizhu before I get kaveh. That might be pretty good as well. But anyways, either I walk away with Baizhu and kaveh, or I walk away with kaveh alone. That is basically gonna be my goal for this summoning video. Well, as always, I will be counting my pity as we go along. My pity right now is at 11 from the last time I summoned. So, yeah, we're just gonna be going to 21 pity right now with our 10 pull. So this is gonna bump up my pity to 21. Let's see if I get kaveh on the first multi. That would be pretty cool if we do. Alright, here we go. 4-star. Alright. We can get Candace dupes. Candace dupes is also pretty good too, since we do not have Candace. Let's see what I get here, though. Oh, it's the Rain Slasher, I think. Rain Cutter? Yeah, no, Rain Slasher. Yeah, this weapon's pretty bad. Let's see what else is on the banner. So, Candace, kaveh, and Fischl. I don't need Fischl since I already have her C6, but if I do get a dupe, that means I get a free single off of it, so I guess I'll take it, if we do get Fischl. This is gonna bump up my pity to 31 now. Let's see if I get kaveh or Baizhu. Either one is welcome. But kaveh, most importantly, because I need to complete the 4-star collection. Candace dupe, I'll take it. She's now at C1. Let's see what else I get. Unless it's just Candace only. Yep, it's Candace only. Alright, I guess I'll take that. Okay, this is gonna bump up my pity to 41. Let's see if I get the character now. Kaveh. I need kaveh to come home. I need him in my box. That is the flute. Pretty okay weapon, I guess. Not really the best weapon. Fischl, that is a free single right there. So I basically got everyone but kaveh. Alright. So this is gonna bump up my pity to 51. Let's see if I get kaveh now. Hopefully I do though, because I really need him for the 4-star collection. Oh, there we go! We got kaveh! I could keep pushing my luck and get Baizhu. Actually, since I do have the 50-50 on, it doesn't really matter what I pull. Mainly what I pull on the 100%. So I might keep going until I reach pity break. Yeah, I might keep going until I reach pity break. So yeah, there's our kaveh in the bag. We don't need to do anything. Candace dupes, I will take more Candace dupes. That is pretty good. We got kaveh. We're gonna keep going until we reach pity. And then we're just gonna stop. So, this is gonna bump up my pity to 61. If we get a 5-star here, then that means I'll just stop. So, yeah, let's just keep going. 4-star. More dupes of Candace or kaveh I will take. The Bell, one of the worst claymores in the game. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, this is Unlimited Blade Works right there. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Alright, this is gonna bump up my pity to 71. This is on the cusp of being pity broken by a 5-star. So, let's see if I do get pity broken right now. No, I don't! Okay. Alright, let's see what I get. Another kaveh dupe, I will take that. More kaveh dupes, the better. Yeah, I'll take that. C1 kaveh. Pretty cool. And then this is gonna bump up my pity to 81. Let's see if I get pity broken by Baizhu or I just get another random 5-star. Since this is 3.6, I could get a chance to get Deha or Tainari. So I wish I could get those. So let's see if I do get Tainari or Deha. If not, then Baizhu is pretty cool too. Either one works. So this is gonna bump up my pity to 81. Let's see what I get here. There's our 5-star. Let's see what I get. If I get pity broken, that's fine too. Sacrificial fragments has a pretty good catalyst. Oh, I got Baizhu. That is our 50-50 right there. So, yeah, we could just save now. We don't really need to do anything. So, yeah, pretty cool. I got Baizhu. I'll take that. I'll take that. Deha or Tainari would have been fine as well, but we got the featured character. We could just stop summoning right now. So, let's just count my pity. So, I could get this for future references. So, 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 pity. So we're at 4 pity with the 50% chance. Alright, pretty cool, pretty cool. I will take that. We could save our primos for a later date. And since we have a bunch of primos left over, yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. We could stack up on the next version, which is gonna be 3.7. So that's pretty cool. We got Baizhu in the bag. I will take that. I'll probably just gonna give him the Favonius Codex because it is a pretty okay catalyst. I would go for the weapon, but he doesn't really need the weapon. If you guys don't know what his weapon does, it just gives him base HP and he gets shield damage and he gets elemental damage bonuses for his weapon, which is pretty cool. But since I am not going for Baizhu, I am not going for Baizhu. Baiju's weapon, to be specific. I'm gonna chart the course here anyway, because I already have the ammo spell, and I don't like that notification thingy. So yeah, there we go. We got Baizhu. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, before we start, I have to give my characters the constellation. So Kaveh is first. He is at C1. Pretty cool. He gets healing bonus, which is pretty awesome. And here we have C3 Candace. Let's get the last constellation up here. Pretty cool. So she gets her max HP gets increased by 20%. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then we have our newest character in the roster, Baizhu. Pretty cool as well. We walked away. That was a pretty good summon. Like actually a really good summon. Alright. So now, as always for these summoning videos, I am going to be doing the playtests, or the test runs. I will be stopping for Baizhu and Kaveh to see their builds and constellations. As for the other characters, since they are already rerun a bunch of times, I am going to be just glossing over them. But first off, we're just going to be going to Baizhu first. And after that, I'll go to Kaveh and then just feature the other characters. Alright, Baizhu, he is a Dendro shield support. He is pretty cool, that he basically gives you Dendro reactions, kind of free. He just uses E. His Q also gives him a shield too, which is pretty cool. Since he's a catalyst, he gets on-demand Dendro damage, just like Nahida. So you can basically just do this. There we go, and we get some more Dendro cores. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I mean, his Q gives him shield, so basically just give him a bunch of energy recharge. He could trigger a lot of reactions too. Yeah, he is pretty strong, actually. His shield lasts for a pretty long time too, it looks like. Yeah, that's like a 20-second shield. That is pretty good. Alright, that is Baizhu. We're gonna be continuing the challenge to see what Baiju's kit is, what Hoyoverse gave Baizhu. So he has 37,000 HP. His elemental mastery is okay. They basically gave him minimal stuff. Energy recharge is also okay as well. As for his weapon, we have the Jadefall Splendor. It is his best weapon. Again, if you want a 4-star weapon, just get the Favonius Codex. That's also a pretty good weapon as well. As for artifacts, 2-piece Billet, 2-piece Glow. I would say just give him the 4-piece Deepwood. Yeah, Deepwood is probably going to be his best artifact set. Mainly because it decreases Dendro res, and since his whole kit is about dealing Dendro damage, it benefits him really well. Even though you are going to be missing out on the HP bonus for these artifact sets, you don't really need the HP bonus. Just get the Dendro res, and he's going to be doing a ton of damage. And you don't really need to make him crit rate crit damage capable. Don't make him a sub DPS. You can literally just give the same set that Zhongli has, where he gets full HP percent. That also works too. If you don't have enough energy recharge, you could also run an energy recharge artifact as well, along with 2 HP percents. But ideally, you want 3 HP percents on him. As for constellations, let's see what he has. So his C1 just gets a additional charge on his E. Yeah. Oh wait, C2, insensitive discriminant. This is going to be my first time reading these constellations, so bear with me. When your own active character hits a nearby opponent with their attacks, Baizhu will unleash a Gossamer Sprite Splice. Gossamer Sprite Splice will initiate one attack before returning, dealing 250% of Baiju's attack as angel damage and healing for 20% of universal diagnosis. Gossamer Sprite's normal healing damage this way is considered elemental skill damage. This effect can be triggered once every 5 seconds. So basically he just does more Dendril damage. Yeah, that's basically it. His C3 just increases his Q. His C4 for 50 seconds after holistic revelation, or I don't know how to pronounce that. Revivification, yes, revivification, there you go, is used. Baizhu will increase all nearby party members' elemental mastery by 80. So this is okay, I guess. This is an okay buff. But you get 80 elemental mastery for free. But here's the thing. Sucrose gives 200 if you max out her elemental mastery. And Kazuha gives 200 right off the bat on C1. Yeah, so you don't really need this. And then for C5, we have increases his elemental skill. And for C6, the main reason why you want to whale him, let's see what his C6 is. Increases the damage dealt by holistic revivifications, spirit vines by 8% of Baiju's HP. Additionally, when a Gossamer Sprite of Gossamer Sprite Splice hits an opponent, there is a 100% chance of regenerating one of Holistic Revivification's Seamless Shields. This effect can only be triggered once by each Gossamer Sprite of Gossamer Sprite Splice. Okay, so he just gets more shield. Yeah, and he does more damage. So pretty good. Pretty good. C6. And then for talent, he just does normal attacks. Your typical catalyst. His E just does Dendril damage, which also is based off of max HP, and he heals based off of max HP, so that's pretty cool. And then his Q just basically gives him a shield that does Dendril damage. Yeah, he's pretty basic overall. His talent also just boosts his HP by healing. He also does more damage. And for this, the more HP you have, the more reaction damage you do. Yeah, he's pretty good. Like, actually, he's actually a pretty good Dendril support. So, if you don't have a decent Dendril support, you could honestly pull him. He can make your account really shine if you do need a desperate need of a Dendril support. But I would say, just get Nahida instead. Nahida is honestly way better. But if you want Baizhu for his kit, or if you already have Nahida and want Baizhu, you could probably pull him and that'll benefit you really well. So yeah, there is Baizhu. Pretty cool character. Definitely do not sleep on him. He's actually pretty good. Next up, I'll go for Kaveh, and then we're just gonna go over the last 3 characters. So here is Kaveh. Kaveh is a Claymore Dendro character. He is basically gonna fill the role as the Dendro DPS, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a bona fide Dendro DPS, because his Q gives him Dendro damage on his Q. So guess what that does? He's basically Noel. Yeah, he's literally Noel. Um, he's just Noel. That's literally it. His Q actually lasts for a pretty long time. As long as Noel's, actually. Alright. We're gonna be using his Q again. We're gonna be doing a bunch of Dendro damage. There we go. There is Kaveh. Pretty cool. We're gonna be continuing, of course, seeing what Hoyo versus build for this person is. Kaveh. So, Kaveh! It looks like they gave him a ton of Elemental Mastery. So, I'm guessing that his kit probably has a lot of Elemental Mastery to begin with. That uses Elemental Mastery because there's no crit damage there. They gave him high energy recharge too. Pretty interesting. No Dendro damage bonuses though. So yeah, they just probably gave him like a basic build. Probably. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty basic. Oh, his weapon is a literal crafting... it's a craftable claymore you could craft. It's the Forest Regalia. Alright, so when he triggers, elemental, damage or elemental reactions, he just does more damage. Yeah, he's just pretty basic, really. He's just literally a bona fide, Dendro DPS. I mean, you could probably just make him a Bloom dealer, or you could probably make him a main DPS, but I would say just probably give him the, Bloom. Yeah, he could deal Bloom damage, but if you do want to go for a, if you do want to go for a basic build, then probably just give him like the best claymore you have. Beacon of the Red Sea is probably going to be his best claymore. But honestly, the mailed flower is probably going to be his best claymore. Just because it does, it just does a lot of high base attack. And also Elemental Mastery is also on the weapon as well. So you could probably just give it to him and he works really well. Yeah, that's pretty much it for his weapon. As for artifacts, 4-piece flower Paradise Lost. This is probably gonna be not his best set, because his best set is probably gonna be the Gilded Dreams. Yeah. Either Gilded Dreams for DPS Kaveh, or if you want to make him a Bloom DPS, then I guess Flower Paradise Lost is probably gonna be his best set, because it just increases Bloom damage. Yeah. You could make him a Bloom DPS, or you can make him a just main DPS. It's up to you whether you want either Kaveh, Bloom, or Kaveh DPS, but it doesn't really matter anyway. And then let's see his constellations. So, C1, within 3 seconds after using Artistic Ingenuity, I think that is his... Yeah, that's his E, okay. Kaveh Central Res and incoming healing bonus will be increased by 50% and 25% respectively, so he just takes less damage and he also heals more. Okay. As for C2, Kaveh's normal attack speed increases by 15% during Painted Dome. That is his Q, I believe. He has a, he just levels up his E. No, he levels up his Q, yeah. C4, Dendro Cores created from Bloom reactions. Kaveh triggers will deal 60% more damage when they burst. So, if you are gonna have a C4 Kaveh, then you're forced to run a Bloom set. Yeah. Yeah, it's either you run a Bloom set, if you have C4, or if you don't have a C4, then you probably just run them as a main DPS, but in my opinion, I'm probably just gonna be running a Bloom set, honestly, just because of how much damage he's probably gonna do, potentially, with C4. So yeah. As for C5, this just increases his E's level. And then for C6, when Kaveh's normal, charged, or plunging attacks hits an opponent during Painted Dome, they will unleash Paradaise's light upon the opponent's position, dealing 61.8% of Kaveh's attack as AoE Dendro damage, and causing all Dendro cores within that AoE to burst. This effect can be triggered once every 3 seconds. Yeah, this is literally just Kaveh Dendro. Yep. this is pretty much it. He is a Dendro dealer, or a Dendro core dealer. So yeah. If you have him C6, then you must, and absolutely must, use a bloom set on him. So yeah. Because of how much Dendro damage he's gonna do by the cores, and all the cores are gonna burst anyway, dealing big AOE damage. And let's see his talents. So he just has basic attacks. Nothing really that special. He just does AOE Dendro damage. His Q literally just gives him the Noelle effect, where he just does Dendro damage on command. His passive, basically when you do a Dendro core damage, he just hits by his max HP. Or he heals based off his max HP. Or based off of Elemental Mastery. So, oh, that's pretty good. So if you build him with high Elemental Mastery, he's just gonna heal a lot. So that's pretty cool. And then for his second passive, Painted Dome, during Painted Dome, he just gets increased Elemental Mastery, and that stacks 4 times. So basically, he's just gonna get 100 Elemental Mastery when you use his Q. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Kaveh, looks like a pretty decent option, if you do need a Dendro DPS in need. But then again, the Nilo Bloom team exists, so, yeah, this is just a cheaper version of the Nilo Bloom team. And there is Kaveh. Pretty cool. Now I could speedrun through the rest of the characters. So here's Ganyu. She did fall off a bit recently, just because of the existence of a certain samurai girl. But Ganyu is still pretty okay. Pretty decent too. She still hits really hard if you build her properly. As you can see there, pretty high damage. Her charge attack is pretty good too. C6 Ganyu is a literal monster. I think she's better than the samurai girl. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's Ayaka. C6 Ganyu is better than Ayaka, but Ayaka just does more damage and has more on command cryo damage. So that basically just puts Ganyu out of the loop. But Ganyu's still a pretty good cryo option if you really want a cryo DPS on your team. She's also really good in exploration as well, so if you want a exploration character that can just deal damage quickly in the map, then Ganyu is for you. Also, if you like Ganyu a lot, then summon for her. I'm not stopping you. Always pull for the characters you like first. Always. Love goes first before all else, so yeah. And here we have Candice. She is a Hydro support to Hydro damage dealers. Because her Q basically gives her on command Hydro damage. It also boosts Hydro damage of other characters. And Candice also has a counter like Beto. As you can see here, I used her Q and she's doing on command Hydro damage right now. Yeah, so it also gets transferred to other characters. Candice's Q, so that you'll deal a lot of damage. Her E, also you could tap it to send enemies flying. I will switch characters here. As you can see here, now Kaya's doing Hydro damage. Yeah, she basically is a Hydro damage support through and through. We're gonna block this attack. There we go. Yeah, that's what her shield does. You could just block attacks for free. But Candice in general is just a bona fide Hydro support. If you want a pure freeze team to work, aka just having 2 Hydro characters and 2 cryo characters, then she works pretty well on those teams. And yeah, that is Candice. Pretty cool. Pretty cool character. If you want a pure Hydro support, she is the girl for you. And then next, last but not least, we have Fischl, who is a day 1 character. Pretty good. Actually, still good to this very day. She is a Electro sub DPS, or you can make her an Electro support, or you can make her Machine Gun Fischl, aka having her have high attack when she is at C6 so that Oz can combo with you. Her Q and E basically are the same thing. They basically summon Oz. Oz is able to be refreshed on her Q, so mainly you want to do first E and then her Q so that you can refresh Oz very quickly. But yeah, she is there if you want a Electro sub DPS or support or a main damage dealer for those official fans out there. So yeah, she is pretty good. I recommend her getting C6 and then she will shine really well. And that is basically it for all the test run characters, and that is it for the summoning video. Well, anyways, like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I upload Genshin videos once a week, so if you do like that sort of content, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to not miss out on a single Genshin upload. Also, comment down below, what did you get on the Baizhu banner? Did you summon? Did you not? What's your pity right now? Anything summoning related? I will be sure to read the comments down below. And as always, thank you guys for watching this summoning video, and I'll see you guys in the next Genshin video.